In order to grow, you have to make mistakes. It just felt so amazing. I'm like, why didn't I do this before? Nervous. Well, things do go wrong. I'm less afraid of being rejected. I am more afraid of not taking actions. There are so many things that I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of reaching out to people. I'm afraid of hosting parties because I always think no one is going to show up. I'm afraid to make spontaneous decisions because I think about, my family judging me about them. And in this vlog, I'm gonna go through a mind process that I worked on with my therapist. And I'm gonna show you what's going on because I'm finally throwing a party, first time in my life. And I'm doing some spontaneous travel really soon. I'm gonna tell you everything, continue watching. So, story about the party. 3 years ago, I had this idea of hosting a creator event here in the Bay Area and having like a meetup for all of the creators here. So I hosted one, but it turned out that there were like 5 creators in the Bay Area. Not a lot of people were fond of blogging back then. But now with the whole creator economy movement on the rise, there are so many people suddenly interested in creator economy. And one of the guys from Google, he organized this meetup. He invited me to San Francisco, and that was a couple months ago. I was like, I wanted to do this for my whole life, and now like other people are doing it, and I offered to host the next party. This is so me. Sometimes I have these amazing ideas, and I'm like, but I'm too afraid to invite people to come over to my place because they wouldn't come, because they don't care, etc. But then I realized if they don't come to this party, like this is what my husband told me, Marina, you care too much about what people think of you right now, but you need to think about this from another perspective. Like if you see a person and you want to build a relationship with them, you ask for something, you offer them to come to your party, and they don't come, why do you think you will be able to build a relationship with them in the future? Like what's gonna change in the future? Because sometimes I think, why would I reach out to that person right now? Maybe in 2 years, I'm a better entrepreneur, I have more followers, and they would communicate with me better. And so for this party, I actually invited some people that I look up to, and they declined. I'm actually fine with that because I have a lot of other people coming and they are as amazing as those who declined. And actually, I feel good. So this is, I'm gonna tell you a little more, but this is the venue. It's still in progress. This might look a little weird. So this is where we're gonna be sitting. I've ordered 5 of these. I only have 1. There are 3 days left before the party, so I'm just hoping this is gonna arrive. The idea is gonna be a 3-hour party for people who are interested in creator economy. So we're gonna start with a speech. We're gonna talk about the creator economy. We're also gonna have spots where people are going to interact. And I actually hired a chef who's gonna cook for us. I hired a waiter. So you see, I'm really investing in this party, and this is the way for me to fight my fears. I'm gonna tell you what my therapist told me a couple days ago, and I think it's gonna be super useful. So she told me, Marina, you're on one mountain, you're on this peak, and there is another mountain. And there's another peak right here. It's 2x higher. Imagine that the only way for you to get from one mountain to another is to climb a ladder. But every step of a ladder has to be a mistake that you made. It just helped me so much to realize that in order to grow, you have to make mistakes. Because if you just sit and do nothing, you don't learn. So this is gonna be my first party. I'm pretty sure we're gonna make some mistakes. And just some stats. I invited 38 people, only 24 are gonna come. And again, I'm fine with that. Even if 15 people come, I'm fine with that. Just because I understand that I'm giving it a try. If it's a mistake, then well, the next party, I'm going to invite 50 people so that I have at least 20 show up. And it just feels so good. And another thing that really, really helped me, shifting focus. And telling you another story. Last Saturday, we went to bed with my husband, and sometimes we have this mood when we start chatting. So we started chatting about things, and he's like, we were talking about some entrepreneurs that we look up to, how spontaneous they are. And I told him, like, what we lack, both of us, is that we can't take risks. We're too afraid. We don't want to do something because we're afraid of being rejected. And he's like, let's change it completely. Let's make a decision and let's be spontaneous. And he asked me what I wanted the most right now. And I told him I wanted to go to Moscow to see my friends and maybe like host an event for my students. And he's like, okay, let's do it. I'm like, are you serious? We have a 2-month-old, we have a 2-year-old baby. He's like, yeah, let's be spontaneous. It just felt so amazing. I'm like, why didn't I do this before? And we booked our flights and we're going to Russia in a week. which is like super spontaneous, especially there's 6 of us traveling. Our parents are also going back home to Russia. So it's gonna be amazing. But something that I also learned after doing this, when you shift your focus, like I was super worried about this party and I was like, oh, is it gonna be good? Is it gonna be bad? But now I have my focus shifted to the trip. So I'm actually thinking about the day when we're leaving, what I'm gonna put in the bag, how I'm gonna host the event for my students. And I realize I'm no longer that obsessed with a party being perfect. I just think of it, okay, we're gonna have some amazing time, this is a party. Yes, I should take care of some details, but I'm no longer worried. So when you shift your focus from your problem to something else, it really, really helps to feel at ease. Oh, it's so dirty. I didn't realize I will need to spend more time cleaning. Good thing I have a friend coming over to stay with us for 3 days, so we'll have some fun time prepping for the party. Party prep progress in full swing. Dima is a networking guru. He's working on the cards that we're gonna give to people so they could meet each other. So we're gonna have 2 rounds, right? Okay.
Yeah.
He has the whole process here written down. So who meets who? We're gonna have 2 rounds. Oops. When people are going to meet each other. Yeah? The party starts in an hour and a half. And I'm also going to show you something else. The kids are gonna go to the playground for 3 hours. Beautiful. That's my favorite. That's Napoleon. Something else. So this, I need to clean it here. Oh, magic vacuum. It's just cleaning everything by itself. The best. Here I decorated the bathroom. I just wanted to do like all the fancy offices, like mouthwash, sunscreen, soap. Doesn't look too fancy. I mean, I realize our house is old. I just want to make it as nice as possible. And we're almost done here. We're still working on a few things. This is the setup. Oh, it is hot, by the way. So excited, so excited. Like drinks. We have beer, we have wine, and we have cola, sparkling water, just a lot of stuff. Wow. Wow.
Party people, party people.
Okay, this doesn't look the best. I just want to get this party vibe. Yeah, it's better. See us in the garage. Bam! Oh, music. We need some music. Party songs. Another key takeaway from the session with my therapist. So basically she started digging into my fears and she was like, why are you afraid to throw this party? Or why are you afraid to launch this course? And we actually realized that I have this fear that if I have a lot of people come to this party and this party is not perfect, they won't come to the next party. So in my mind, there's this concept that you can only be super successful once, because afterwards people will realize that the products you're creating are not that good and they're not going to buy from you. Which, like, again, when I think about it in terms of numbers, we actually see a lot of repeat sales. It's just in my head This is like, and she said this is a pretty common fear. It's mixed with imposter syndrome, but she said the only way to deal with it is just to tell yourself, it is possible to have one huge amazing party and have people come to the next party you're organizing. It is possible to make a lot of money selling one product and launch it again in a year and make even more money. Like, it is okay. Once you dig into yourself and understand what's holding you back, it's actually a lot easier to proceed. So I'm hoping that you're writing these things down, because I wrote them down and I just have a note that I will look at every single time I have thoughts about not doing something. This week is so crazy, and I'm so happy that at least I don't have to worry about mopping floors, because I just got this amazing device and it's not too loud. Like, it's there, but you don't really hear it. It's like it's not all over your place. So this is a Dreamy vacuum cleaner. It's a really smart vacuum cleaner. So we have a lot of toys on the floor when kids run around. We have stairs, and this one wouldn't fall off the stairs, and it wouldn't try to eat Emily's and Lily's toys, because it actually sees what's going on. And we have a cleaning lady who comes in every week. She cleans everything, but then once she leaves, because you know, kids are always on the floor, Lily will start crawling soon. We just use this vacuum cleaner every other day when she's not here. So when you first launch it, it's gonna assess your environment, it's gonna assess your rooms. And right now he's doing things on its own. I don't know if it's he or she, but he's just running around, exploring the place. And later I would be able to create a map, like a task for the vacuum cleaner to follow in every cleaning process. This vacuum is called DreamyBot Z10 Pro. This vacuum cleaner has 4000 PA strong suction, and there are 4 suction modes, so you can choose depending on the surface, whether it's rug or something else. It can work up to 150 minutes and has vacuum and mop 2-in-1 simultaneous dry and wet cleaning. So what just happened? The vacuum cleaned our room and it went back to the base where this station sucked the dust out of it, and there is a dust bag. It works for like 65 days, and then when the cleaning lady comes, she just takes it away, and the vacuum started charging. Because you're watching this video and you're my subscriber and you want to make your life efficient and start delegating your tasks to technology like this vacuum cleaner, there is a $90 coupon and a 10% off. The link is down in the description below. The final price for you is $449.99. The link and the coupon are down below. Start delegating your daily tasks to technology. Another cool advice I got from a super successful person. She's a great entrepreneur. So what she told me is that if you have a lot of goals, you need to think about them every single day for at least 2 minutes. Because what happens with your brain, like, okay, I want to host this party. Every day I start thinking about this party for 2 minutes. And if I really like it, if it's my goal, my brain starts getting excited and I would actually think of it longer than 2 minutes and I would start doing some actions. But if it's not my goal, if I was just inspired by somebody else, my brain would be like, that's fine, I've thought about it for 2 minutes, but that's it, because that's not too interesting. And this is what I'm also adopting. So whenever I have some goals like, oh my God, I want to make this much, or oh my God, I want 1 million followers on Silicon Valley Girl. So every day I would think about having 1 million followers on Silicon Valley Girl for 2 minutes. This would first of all create this state of mind that would help my brain come up with ideas how I get there. Okay, 1 million followers on Silicon Valley Girl, what kind of videos do I create? What kind of interactions with my followers do I create? This is one of the most helpful advice I've ever gotten, especially in my case. I have so many ideas, so many things I want to do, and it's really hard to choose the one. But when you start actually thinking about them, that really helps. I'm just talking to you and prepping for a party. Another cool thing that I wanted to tell you is, Sriram Krishnan, the interview that I did a couple weeks ago, I asked him, how did you get Elon Musk to be on your show? And he said, reach out to 10 people. 9 would say no, 1 would say yes. And this is an amazing mindset. So you need to focus not on getting Elon Musk on your show. You need to focus on the process. And this is about the goal setting. Like, if I tell myself, Like my goal is have an amazing party, have top investors come to this party, have everyone vlog about this party and tell how amazing it was. This is really burdening. Like I'm under pressure to create something I might not even be able to create. But another way to set this goal is tell myself, Marina, you need to host your first party. Come on, you have this amazing house, you live in an amazing neighborhood with a lot of people around you who are doing amazing things. Your only goal is to host that party. That's it. And if it's not perfect, if 50% of people don't show up, then, well, whatever. Your goal was to host it, and this is your first step. And again, this is a completely different mindset. This is a completely different approach. And after hosting this party, I won't feel bad because it wasn't that perfect. And after hosting this, and I hate like everywhere. Like I was just, welcome to California. So after hosting this party, if I had a goal of hosting an amazing party, I would probably be upset because, well, things do go wrong. Because my goal is just to host the party, I would probably feel amazing just because I accomplished a task. I did it, that's it. So it's also about goal setting. This goal setting process was inspired by my husband, but when I started thinking about it, I've always had it in the back of my mind. Like I always told myself, Marina, you need to start a business. It doesn't have to be $1 billion company. You just need to work on this urge to do something. And this was this whole expectation. Gary Vee tells you all the time, don't have any expectations about people. Don't have any expectations about your business. The only expectation that you should have is that you enjoy the process. And this is what I tell my students when we talk about YouTube. And this is what I do here on YouTube. Yes, I can have this goal of reaching 1 million people, and I want to get into this mindset of being a YouTuber with 1 million followers on this channel. But my only expectation is really to enjoy creating content, and if I don't get there, then, well, I don't get there. At least I tried. Another cool advice, just remembered it, I got from a Stanford lecturer. So she has this continuing studying course at Stanford about social media. That was a year ago, and I shared my fear with her that I'm afraid of being rejected all the time. And she said, you need to have a different mindset. When you're reaching out to people, you're offering them an opportunity. And if they decline it, they actually lose because you were there, you were taking action, you were being proactive, and they just decided to not follow the opportunity that you've given them. So immediately, this takes focus away from me being not enough for that person, me being not good enough, to that person making their own decisions. And the thing is, it is not a personal thing. Like, don't take rejections personally, because, well, even as an influencer, I get maybe like 100 DMs every single day. And it's not a personal thing. It's not because I don't value every single subscriber who reaches out to me and I don't reply to them. It's not because of that. I just can't physically answer 100 DMs. And some people go crazy. They will DM me like, oh, you don't care about your followers, etc. But once you understand, like, when I was a kid, and I always remember this example, when I was 9 years old, I wrote a letter, like an actual letter to Britney Spears. And that was a huge deal, sending a letter from Russia to America, writing it in English. I remember I was super worried about my grammar and I was double checking every single word. And I sent that letter and I was like, why? She never replied. And I was kind of upset. And now when I grew up, I understood that, well, of course she didn't reply. And it's not because of me, not because I was worried maybe I made some grammar mistakes. Maybe I said something wrong. It wasn't about that. It was just, she probably got hundreds of thousands of letters from girls from all over the world. And if she answered every single one of them, she wouldn't have time for her career. So, you know, when you're in the moment, you might feel upset, but then when you look at a bigger picture, you don't really care. 30 minutes till the party. I'm gonna grab my phone and I'm gonna go downstairs and just some final things. Probably gonna wear a hat. I don't know, shall I wear a hat? No, it's gonna be too much. Nervous. I'm definitely gonna wear glasses. So, having said all of that, I am still afraid of being rejected, and I still don't feel well when being rejected. Like last week, I was rejected from an on-deck fellowship. I applied for their EdTech fellowship, and I was rejected. And I was like, I built this company in EdTech. I raised money. I'm this amazing EdTech influencer, and this is not enough. And a couple of days ago, I found another course, which is like amazing, and I bought this course. And I'm actually super happy that they rejected me, that On Deck rejected me, because now I have more time for this course. And it's always for the best, right? And when I think again about the bigger picture, I'm less afraid of being rejected. I'm more afraid of not taking actions when I could have taken actions. You know, being in Silicon Valley, not meeting people in real life, well, that would be my regret if I don't go out right now and start hosting parties. And the last advice that I wanted to give you, also something that changed my life. I read a book, Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie. That was one of the first transformational books that I've ever read. That was back in 2016. The single rule, the single takeaway from that book, and the most powerful takeaway, is that whenever you encounter something dangerous or a situation that you fear, think about the worst case scenario. Like, what's the worst case scenario of people never showing up to my party? Well, I will have to eat my own food. I would have spent a lot of money in vain. And well, that's basically it. Is that crazy? Is that super bad? No, not really. Would I be able to host parties later? Of course, yes. Does it change my life? No, it doesn't. So think about the worst case scenario. Think about the action plan that you're gonna take should something really bad happen, and then move on, live your life, and do things. So promise me that after watching this video, you will take action on something you were afraid to take action on. And you will take this action, you will get a result, whether good or bad, doesn't matter, and you will comment down below and tell me. Or maybe you already have these stories in your life. Comment down below with that story. They'll be super inspiring for me and for everyone who's watching this video and who's afraid to take the next step. Okay, so people actually started showing up, which is great.
Yeah, I love it a lot so far. The weather is great.
It's nice though. It's nice.
Yeah,
you don't need more.
Amazing. Yeah. There's like different communities you can tap into.
Hey, networking.
One thing I talked about with my
Guys, if you're like planning to organize a party, don't put hot food to the table, because when it get it's probably not useful content.
The food is good. The drinks are good. A little hot, but it's okay. I'm sorry, I keep talking about my mouth full. So, what I want to say is, great party. You know, it's their first party. I've thrown a party before, 3 times.
This is not
3 times?
Yeah.
Really?
This is a very good first party.
Wait, how is this a first party? Can you define that? Like, is this their first time throwing
I've
a
never
party?
had any party at this house.
Oh, at this house. At
any
this
house.
house.
Six more are coming. My only concern is no one's eating. I thought like everybody's gonna eat, but we still have a lot of food. But yeah, I wish they ate more.
I think it's gone.
Yeah, guys, I gotta thank you.
Cut number 3.
Once again. Yeah, we're hoping to do this regularly. This is actually the second meetup that we're making. The first, the first one was in San Francisco, and we're hoping of doing this every month.
I guess so.
Yeah, great to meet you all. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Marina and Dimitri, for hosting tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. For making it
Wow. We're crashing Marina's vlog.
Like and subscribe.
Emily.
Молодец. Good job.
Okay, so I forgot to vlog, but it's actually dark. People are still here, which is great. Everybody's making connections, making friends. It's great.
So I was worried about
But now I have these. It's like some medicine.
this is my like
CBD oil.
The only disadvantage is if it rains.
And you expand from
They're
there.
working on like a new meat tank for that. But like this absorbs water like crazy. But I also like used to.
Oh, okay.
So basically the one
Yeah, everyone's going. Yay.
That's your camera.
It's 9 p.m. and we're still partying, which means we made some good connections, right?
Yeah,
The people are
absolutely.
great.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And yeah, Emily's here, entertaining all of us. Thank you for filming this.
Of
I
course.
totally forgot I had to vlog.
The party was incredible. Marina did a great job. Congratulations, it was their first party, and I think personally it was a success. So yeah, I'm very happy. I don't know where she is right now. She gave me the camera, but I don't know where she went. So I just felt the need to vlog this right now. Yeah, I have no idea where she is, but in case this is the end of this vlog, I'm gonna say thanks for watching, and I don't know what she says at the end of these things. Thanks for watching, and she'll see you next time. Bye-bye.